What's up, Colby? Hey, so I was successful in selling call puts or put options last week, and I actually netted like $900 on put options. But then the $5,000 that I purchased in Tesla stock ate all that up, so I broke even. So I'm going to do it again today. I think I'm just going to sell put options again on Tesla and SPY. And I also had some on VU, but man, that VU didn't pay out very much because it was just the VU. So I do Tesla, SPY, and then some other stock. But yeah, what's up, Connie? But anyway, I appreciate the help. It's been a very, very good learning experience. Very good learning experience. Good morning, Connie. How you doing? QQQ. Okay. Yeah, just doing the 10% rule and trying to go from there. Finally went to Costco the other day. Spent about $200 on groceries, and I haven't eaten out hardly at all the past 4 or 5 days. Because there for a minute I was eating out every day. I'd get something to go. I'd get tacos to go from the Mexican joint. I'm like, all right, I gotta stop doing this. This costs way too much money. So get some more apples. Yes, head to class, Connie. Copy that, Colby. Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and probably take a large chunk of my dad's portfolio, just buy VU and just buy it outright, and then I'll just start. Leave me enough room to play with at least 2 different put options, SPY and Tesla. That's probably what I'm going to do. Copy that, Colby. Good idea. So stock market closed Thursday and Friday. Copy. Good deal. Got to get my tires balanced. Things are starting to vibrate in here. I don't like the noises. Triggering me. Couple announcements. We got YouTube alerts working, so that's good. Yeah, Colby. Yeah, I was right at 10%, not a little bit more. Yeah, YouTube alerts are working. Squared away. Trying to get ready for our first stream on our new platform. He's going to try to tackle today. Get this. I don't think I'm getting an iPhone. I did not realize, but it makes complete sense, how phone companies lock you in for contracts. So I owe like $600 on this my other Galaxy, right? Well, and I was always looking at it like, man, I thought I got more credit or more of a discount on this phone when I bought it, because I'm like, I still owe $600. Probably I remember getting a really good deal on it. What they don't tell you is that my the cost for the phone, I pay $35 a month, right? And I'm like, well, frick, it's better to do that, because they don't charge you interest, right? You don't pay it off early. So it's $35 a month, or 38 or something like that dollars a month. So I pay for credit, or for the phone, they give me $33 a month in credit. So I basically pay $5 a month for this phone for Galaxy S21. And you're thinking, oh, that's a really good deal. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, because I bought it through Costco. I remember they gave me like a $200 gift card up front, and they're like, hey, you're only going to need to pay this much for the phone after it's all said and done, or we'll give you this much credit on your old phone, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, great. What they don't tell you is that you can't pay it off early with the credit. So meaning, if I want to pay if I want to get a new upgrade, if I want to upgrade my phone, I got to pay off this phone in its entirety, but without the credit. So I would owe the $600 owed on the phone. If I continue paying for another year or two, or whatever, monthly, then I'd pay like $5-10 a month for the phone. However, which comes out to like, I don't know, say like $150 to $150 is what I'll end up paying. But if I want to pay it off and upgrade, I got to pay off the full amount that's owed on it. I'm like, well, that's stupid. So, man, you talk about I started looking at this, and like, I had no idea this is how they did that. Because they basically got you locked into a contract. So they penalize you for paying off the phone early. They want you on the hook for those monthly payments. And I'm sure because they figured out that they make more money this way, right? And people want to upgrade, they have to pay off the phone. And, they came out ahead. So, yeah. Crazy. So I pulled off of that. Well, there you go. Congratulations, Colby. Tempur-Pedics are nice. They definitely takes getting used to, but they are nice. Anyhow, as it pertains to the topic of the title of the stream, golly, chat, I don't know about you guys, but I'm noticing, I started kind of experimenting with stuff. I was watching, this actually all started in large part with me thinking about my niece and nephew, which my nephew's like 1.5. My niece is she's 3, and they're kids. I mean, they're constantly needing stimulation, right? But one thing about it is they are constantly being subjected to things that change direction of their attention. In other words, things like watching shows on their tablet or their TV or something like that. And I'm thinking, this is just very, very, it's just very interesting to me, because I observe it, I'm like, I don't think this is good. I'm actually end up reading a few articles on, they're like, hey, there's some baby shows that they encourage you not to watch, because there's overstimulation, right? And it's changing, and there's too much changing the scenes going on. It's like, hey, look over here, and then you go over here, and then you go over here, and there's not a it's an abnormal, or what might be normal now, an abnormal amount of attention swapping, if you will. And I'm thinking, well, obviously, this is also why things like TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and it's like, wait a minute, we're programming ourselves to do the same thing. You watched it, back in the day on YouTube, you sit there and watch a 5-7 minute video, like that was just normal. Like there was no such thing as a short. I guess we did have Vine there for a while, but we're very, think about movies even anymore. Man, you sit there and watch like an old John Wayne Western or any kind of old movie in the 50s or 60s or something like that. It's like, man, those movies were long. They developed a lot of story, developed a lot of character, but man, it was slow, very slow progressing. right? Man, now you sit in a movie and, you know, what's the joke about watching the Transform movies? Not Jerry Bruckheimer, what is his name? That made all those movies. There's a joke about it. There's explosions, there's all this constant changing of the story, and it's like, look over here, and it's like, what the heck? And it's just our attention deficit, if you will, has drastically reduced. Like it's like literally like inducing a form of ADD or something is what it feels like, what I would say. Hey, what's up, Drunken? And so I'm like, all right, I can tell, because one thing's that I find it harder. It's harder for me to stay focused on any one thing. A lot of times it seems like I have to spend that much more effort on focusing and following through with things, because it's like I get bored. Mentally, I get bored or I get distracted. So I'm like, I don't like this. Yeah, James, it's bad. You need to get off social media. You need to stop watching so much Stephen RL, especially. It's really bad for you. So anyhow, I encourage you to steal your mind, because that I don't like how it's what it's doing to my brain. So one of the things I'm starting to do is like, all right, you know what? I'm severely limiting social media for the first half of the day. It's like noon. Reach out to me or send a message. That's one thing, but for the most part, I'm just like, you know what? For the first half of the day, you know, I'm going to just not engage with social media as much, and not get stuck with all that. And that's also one of the things I'm also trying to get back into, is getting back into meditation. I went ahead and woke up 5 minutes earlier this morning, just so I could have 5 minutes to just meditate and just clear my head and pray for a little bit, and just try to, and just stay focused on one singular thing for a little bit in the morning, especially, because a lot of times what happens is, you know, I'll roll over and I'll check my notifications, and, you know, I'll just, you know, kind of start, and before you know it, you spend a couple minutes scrolling through stuff, and I'm already training my brain to be distracted, it feels like, because I'm already engaging in this mechanism that's like, you know, extremely addicting, but extremely, you know, it's not. If you think about different parts of your brain as a muscle, it's not exercising the right parts of your brain. I try to limit news, reading the news as much as I say. Yeah, limiting the news, that's another thing. I'm not going to limit it verse now. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, next thing you know, you spend half an hour on TikTok. Exactly. But you know, I don't look. If that's what floats your boat, you know, in terms of entertaining yourself, you know, hey, fine, whatever. But the bad thing is, I just don't like. I don't like how it trains my mind. So the other thing, it doesn't make me as disciplined. You know, if I can't stay focused and follow through with the things I want to commit to, that's a lack of discipline. I feel like a sissy, a wuss. I feel weak. I don't feel strong-minded. You know, and I'm like, I don't like this. You know, being distracted and not being able to follow through with things, that is weakness. So I need to practice my follow through. You know, one definite doesn't hear me. I think one definition of discipline is your ability to follow through and be committed to. It could be health-oriented, could be fitness-oriented, could be education, work, whatever. Things just need to get done in your daily life. And if you commit to it and you don't follow through with it, that's lack of discipline. And that's a muscle in itself. So you gotta train that shit now. Yeah, James. No, I hear you. No, I know Ritalin does help some people. Yeah, it's definitely not something I'd want to get dependent on. I think there's, albeit it's not a quick fix. But I think you can curb a lot of those tendencies by, again, strengthening those mental muscles, if you will, and those habits that build up your, strengthen your ability to commit to follow through, right? So one of the things I want to do as well, so I got up a little early, spent some time praying, meditating, clear my head, and then I'm, no social media, going to class, get a workout in, I'll go straight back home to the office, 9, get cleaned up, and then I'm going to sit there for about 10-15 minutes while I drink coffee, and then plan my day. I didn't want to plan things. I'm thinking I don't want to kick that gear on just yet. Until I get done with class, get my work in. I'm going to plan my day. I'm going to plan the things that I need to get done today. I'm going to start using I've talked about this before about the different time discipline buckets. One is the things you have to do today, like I have to take the trash, I have to do laundry, I have to go to work and do the X, Y, and Z with work. But fill that bucket up with whatever you need to be filled up with. And then there's things you don't have to do today that you could get done today that gets you ahead. And so there's several different things that I could do that I don't need to do today that I should do to get ahead. And I'll fill that bucket up with a couple things, at least a couple things. Might only be 2 or 3 things. But that's fine. And then write it down, put on a list, put on a checklist on my phone, whatever, and then commit. Follow through. At the end of the day, assess. Did I get it all done? Okay, and then I'll ask myself, if I did get it all done, could I have done more? What else could I do? If I got done early? If I didn't get it all done, why did I not get it all done? Was it lack of discipline? Sometimes things might come up, change your plans, that's okay. But if it's lack of discipline, then you need to have a come to Jesus with yourself there. So, yeah. Colby, I'm using E-Trade. Yeah, James, there you go. You don't have to do laundry? Well, good for you. Aren't you special? But as far as talking about the things you don't have to do, because our ability to, I think one measurement of being disciplined, or metric, if you will, is your ability to do the things you don't need to do. So, which I said this time and time again, the whole making your bed thing. It's like making your bed is a lot of ways pointless. Like, what are you doing by making your bed? Like, if you're trying to make it like clean, right, or organized, it really, look, I'm not using my bed at any one point in time until I get back in it, and furthermore, it's in the bedroom. It's not like it's on display. It's not in my living room, right? No one's gonna see it. It's just the bedroom. But making your bed is something you don't have to do. But if you get in the habit of doing it, it's a brief exercise every morning in the practice of discipline. That's all it is. Getting up early, whether you have to or not. You don't have to do it all the time. But guess what? It's one small thing that you can do to practice discipline. I went to bed 10:15 last night, 10 o'clock. Went to bed a little early last night. Didn't have to. Still didn't sleep all that great. But guess what? It's a practice of discipline. And so, things like that. Brushing your teeth and flossing before you go to bed. It's gross. Do that. gross not to do that, that is. It's a practice in discipline. Pick a thing, anything. Putting money away every month for retirement or for a rainy day, building up your emergency fund. Don't have to do it, but guess what? It's a practice in discipline. Educating yourself towards whatever end you're trying to educate yourself in on, whether it's, you know, something science related or health related or stocks or financial advice or whatever. It's something you don't have to do. Start training yourself to do it. But, you know, you got to start out in small steps. Small steps. I think too many times, you know, people are very unmotivated. And they don't have discipline, and they're like, oh, I just want to jump in, you know, with both feet, and you end up burning out. You burn out quick. You know, you might be great for it's like any diet. Like, it'll last a day or two, and you know, it's like, in other words, it's like like going to the gym. It's like, you know, I want to deadlift 400 pounds, and I've never deadlifted more than 150. And yeah, you go and you try deadlift every day. It's like, and you're great starting out for 2-3 days, and then your body just like, yep, nope, we're not ready for this, and your body just blows out. So, yeah, gotta start out small. Since you left Twitch, your stream has died off more and more being back on Twitch. Yeah, no, YouTube is, I've definitely been dying off on YouTube. It's definitely been reducing quite dramatically on YouTube, but that's what it is. Can't go back to Twitch. Banned. Forever banned on Twitch. So, YouTube is home for the time being. I just, if I'm going to make it on YouTube, I have to start doing more videos and shorts on Reels, on TikTok, Stories, and Instagram. Yeah, I got to start posting it all. I just don't have the time for it right now. So I'm in the middle of selling my company, which is going to probably take another 2 months. Hopefully. Won't take much longer than that. But yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. It's like the old days on Twitch when we only had this many people watching at one point in time. That's alright. And I haven't done a lot of different stuff that I could really stream much of. Getting a viewership on YouTube, yeah, it's been next to nothing. YouTube's discoverability is really, really bad. And furthermore, people getting notified of live streams via YouTube, even though they're subscribed to channels, doesn't work very well either. So, that's what it is. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some, and then turn the slide off. Yeah, I heard about that, Colby. Yeah, growing up in the '90s, he was definitely an icon for sure. Nope, there's no. I already did appeal, Billy, and they rejected the appeal, so it is done with. Really, Colby, that's awesome, man. Yeah, he was the cool guy. He was super, super cool. Yeah, there's still iterations of Power Rangers going on, I think, which is crazy to me. That show's still going on. he had the new, what? He had a movie coming out? A new Power Rangers movie? What? I did not know that. Well, that would have been cool. Yeah, lots of nostalgia with all that. Lots of it. Mark, not yet. I am still waiting on that. It's just a very slow, arduous process. And it sucks. I'm like, come on, let's go, people. Shoot us your offers. Let's get this show on the road. But yeah, still at the same step. I mean, look, just a lot of these companies, it's like you sign the NDA and then it's like, okay, we're waiting to hear back from them. And it's like, just waiting. Just waiting. Well, that's an expensive rig. I had a Mercedes Sprinter van type deal pulling an Airstream. Holy crap. Quite the combo. Anyhow.